the New Testament where Jesus was very careful about the atmosphere that he ministered in. When he went to Jairus' daughter and she had died in the room, and they said, oh, she's died, you're wasting your time, she's dead. No, Jesus knows she's asleep. She actually had died, but Jesus didn't want to speak it out. No, she's just asleep. Then they were mocking him and laughing because they knew she died. So he got them all out of the house. He had to clear the atmosphere and only brought the parents and some of the disciples into the little girl, and then said, little girl, I said, rise up. He had to clear the atmosphere of the mockers. And so sometimes people come to healing meetings and they might be the only believer, and they might have told their whole family, they might have told their physical therapist, this happens a lot, that they're going, I'm going to get prayer, and then it opens up criticism. I reckon, you better not to cast your pearls before swine. Keep it to yourself. Just come up, just tell them you're going to church, don't tell them what you're going for. Or you don't even need to tell them where you're going. Just keep it quiet, because you don't need that resistance. You don't need that challenge when you get home. You don't need that extra mockery if you're coming from a home where there aren't believers, or there are not a lot of believers, or people are mocking you. Why put that out there? If you're on a healing journey and you're the only believer in your home or your atmosphere, just keep it private, and then you don't have to deal with that mocking. But the other time that Jesus was careful about, the blind man outside of the gates, was it the town of Bethesda? They'd seen miracles in Bethesda, but they didn't receive Jesus. And then Jesus cursed, woe to you, Bethesda, and somewhere else as well, that if they'd seen the miracles, they would have repented long ago. But this town hadn't. And then this group brought the blind man to him to pray. But Jesus led him outside the city gates. And why did he do that? Well, you can speculate till the cows come home. But I think because that town was cursed, because they didn't receive Jesus, they didn't repent of the way they were living, he had to take them away from that contamination of that town.
3 gates. Burnished brass gate. There's 3 different gates.
I'm not sure about the gates, but he took him outside the town walls. So away from the city. And then he told him not to go back that way. So don't go past all the mockers. Because there were some interpretations about the people leading the blind man to Jesus, and then Jesus let him out. Their interpretations that they were just wanting to show us a miracle, Jesus. It was almost like a test. It wasn't like a true act of faith or wanting to see miracles. Like, see what you can do here, Jesus. It was almost like wanting a show or an exhibit from Jesus, but leading it out away. And then he tells him, don't go back that way. So don't expose yourself to them. So this protecting the atmosphere of the miracle before it's taking place, while it's taking place, and after it's taking place can be important too. So, in a hospital, just being careful about